Hey, what's up? It's DJ. It is mod time once again. Mods 2 days in a row. I'll take it, man. 29 mods released today on the in-game mod up. All platforms got 24 new plus a map and 4 updates. You also got 1 new on PC and Mac. Hey, if you guys like staying updated with all the latest mods and Farming Simulator, make sure you're subscribed. Let's check them out. Starting off today, we've got the return of a map, Frankenmuth Farming Map. To be specific, this is from Taylor Farms, or Michigan Farming Maps on Facebook. Oh man, it is back. This was one of the more popular American-style farming maps in Farming Simulator 22, and it is back. There's a lot of really cool stuff out here, so I'll try and do my best to go over all of the basics, and if we need to do anything more, well, we could do that in a separate video. So let's start off with all of the stuff. You have 3 pre-placed farms all around, so you can choose which one you want. You of course have one down here at farmland number 15. This is going to be your starter farm. There's a bit of a, I don't know if I'd say smaller, but a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit more spread out right over here on the left side of the map. And at the top of the map, up at farmland number 3, we have definitely the smaller farm. If you want to use the sheds or sell them or anything, you must own the land. However, that is the way everything's been going in Farming Simulator 25, so should know what you're up to by now. Up at the top left-hand side of the map, right here just south of 52, we do have a custom little riding area, which should be perfect for the dirt bike that came out today. And there's also 2 custom sugar beet pilers on the map, so you've got those back. These are going to be found in your productions, and as a matter of fact, you have a lot of productions to start with on the map. These are all pre-owned. You got the bakery, bakery, carpentry, the cooper, the grain mill, the rope maker, sawmill, sugar beet piler, 2 of them to be exact, tailor shop, and the wagon builder. So all of that can be found on the map. I'm of course starting in new farmer mode, so things may be a little bit different as you move along. You can see it is mostly flat through here. We do have the ditches down here, so those have made a return. They do have water in them, and yes, it is ripply water in it. Oh, it's so cool. Man, I love this map. Taking a look at custom crops, we do have alfalfa, and if we jump into our crop calendar, here you go with that. There also appears to be a custom crop calendar here as well. This is not the map, but I wanted to mention that also on Comstead, there was a custom crop calendar there too. I just failed to mention it. There are no animals, and you do not have any animal pins, so if you want any of those, you do have to place them down. And here's everything you get in new farmer mode. We have an Amazon planter. We have a nice Albert bucket. We also have a fertilizer spreader, a big case header 28-footer with a 7150 case combine. You do have Case Magnum 380, Geringhoff corn header, J&M grain cart. You also have a John Deere 700 front loader. We have a John Deere 7R, an 8RT, an 8RX, and a 9R, as well as a 9RX. You do have a Kinsey planter. You've got the Kinsey Mock Till disc harrow. You got a large crampy trailer, Kubota side-by-side, the 2-seater, Load King triple hopper, Lizard pickup 2017, Mack Superliner, the Nardi N7030 header trailer, Ropa Mouse 5. You also have a sugar beet and red beet harvester header, and then we have 2 of the Tiger 6 XL harvesters, and then lastly the Summer Super Chisel CP 2050. And somehow that equipment is all hiding in here. So if you're looking for it all, that's where you're going to find it. Man, what an epic map. So cool to see Frankenmuth finally back. Moving on, we have the Husqvarna FE 501. This is a dirt bike from Slush's Mining. On here, we have 51 horsepower, manual transmission, 5 liters fuel, 80 miles per hour, and weighs 180 kgs. As far as your lights and enduro, we have original with lights, enduro mode, then you've got 0, and I think that's going to go through number 9. Yes. So you can choose those. Side stickers, we do have a yes or no setup for those. We have chassis colors, side plastics, suspension plastics, hand protections, front plates, seat, fender, and rim colors, which is insane. Since Frankenmuth has a dirt bike track, I feel like we should take this up there and go for a ride. First, we give it a little bit of a try on the oval here. There are a couple little things, but you know what? This is handling it like a dream. It almost feels like a, I don't know, I mean, it's still farm sim, so it's not quite right. But it does feel pretty good. It's not bad at all. You do need to kind of brake, but play your leans and everything. Very nice. All right, where's the dirt bike track at? Here it is. Yay! Hey! though this was actually in the Farming Simulator 22 version of this map as well. So that's pretty cool. I do find it interesting that both of these release on the same day. It's like, you guys playing this, didn't you? It doesn't quite take the... that didn't go well. Yay! I am going the wrong way, huh? Yep. Well, what do you expect? It's me. Is it doable? Yeah, it's doable. Is it fun? Absolutely. Am I good at it? Not quite. Not quite. But, hey, maybe you could do better. Let me know what your time is. Now we're going to get into some giant software mods. I think we have 7 of them to go over today. First one's going to be the Claas AXION 870-800. I actually wanted to use this for my Comston series, but, well, it wasn't out yet, so now I have to pay for it. On here, you got somewhere between 205 and 295 horsepower. Wheel brands from all your favorites: Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental Midas, BKT, Väderstad, and Nokian. You also have an EU or US design, which changes up what feels like more than it did in previous games, but I'm not actually sure. We also have a license plate. That's about it. You got 455 liters of fuel, 31 miles an hour, 8.6 tons. Next up from Giants, the Massey Ferguson Series 8S, or the 8S Series. On here, somewhere between 205 and 305 horsepower. All your favorite wheel brands. We also have an anniversary edition of Yes and No, which kind of changes up the gray at the front. And then you have a front loader attacher. I don't remember it having a front loader beforehand, but maybe it did. I'm not quite sure. Let me know. Either way, this is going to look perfect with the 9S now. Oh, I'm so happy that this is here. Here's one that didn't get as much love, but still an awesome tractor, the Landini Serie 7 Robo-Six. Somewhere between 190 and 225 horsepower. All your wheel brands, everything you need through there. Front loader attacher of Quickie and Harrow. And then we also have some color options. So you can change up your main color, but you can also change it to whatever you want. And then we have the same thing for the rim color as well. So if you have the, was it the custom color configurations or something like that, that mod from Giant Software, you can change this whatever you want. We've also got a big beet harvester, the Grimme Rexor 6300 Platinum. It actually says Platinum in the game, but yeah, it's not Rexor 6300. I don't know. That's me. You've got different wheel brands. We'll start with that. Trelleborg, Continental, Midas, BKT, Väderstad. So not a whole lot going on through there. You do have kind of like a wide second axle if you want to go with that. But that's about it through there. And everything else is normal. So you have 653 horsepower, variable transmission, 1,300 liters of fuel, goes 24 miles per hour on the max speed, holds 45,000 liters of sugar beets and red beets, has a 2.8 meter working width at 6 miles per hour. There's also another Claas mod, the Claas ROLLANT 455 UNIWRAP. Very cool to see this back in the game. This will make 125 centimeter round bales and wrap them, but that is it. That's the only thing that it will do. 40 or 145 horsepower required, 10 mile per hour max speed. Wheel options on here, just because you don't always get wheel options for balers. We have a Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Väderstad, and back in, and you do have a standard and kind of a chunky tire. As far as the bell wrap around towards the inside, you can change that up, as is tradition, and then you have a round bell net as well, so you can change that. One of my favorite seeders in the game is also back. This is the Väderstad Rapid A800S from Giant Software. 3,100 liters of seed only, no fertilizer. 240 horsepower is required. 8 meter work width at 11 miles per hour. No customization options, and it'll cost you about 160 grand. And our last mod from Giant Software, the Horsch Transformer 12VF. This is a weeder, 12 meters at 8 miles per hour. 250 horsepower is required. I'm trying to remember if this came with a horse pack in Farm Sim 22 or not. Can't remember, but regardless, it's in 25 now as a Giants mod. Moving along now, and we have the Lizard low bed trailer from Wolf X Modding. On here, we've got stretcher poles, yes or no. So you got some kind of logging setups through there. You have a front wall that you could throw on there. You could do a ladder too, which is kind of nice on the front side-ish. Toolbox, yes or no. And then we've got warning signs, which I assume will be around towards the back. Yes, they are. We also have a design color. We can change that up. So sides will be whatever color you want, and the rim colors our rim colors. It's going to drop down in the back, so you can use this if you want to as like a logging trailer. You can also use it for running pallets or anything like that. You can lower the sides down, which is pretty cool. And of course, you can move small equipment. Next, we have the Strautmann Tera-Vitesse CFS 5201 Dio. I don't know. It's a 50,000 liter loading wagon. This may come in handy for you. I think as far as stuff that's not extreme modded, this may be one of the largest loading wagons that we've got so far. Also, 240 horsepower required. It's going to be a PTO driven with a regular trailer hitch, 10 mile per hour max speed, and then you do have a silage additive tank if you want to. You can throw that on there too. Trelleborg wheels. We also have Michelin, BKT, Väderstad, and back end. Clutch will be happy with this one. A Stara mod, the Stara Tornado 600 MD from Farm Citrus Soul. We don't have a lot of Stara mods. I don't know if this maybe even be the first Stara mod. No Star in the base game either. Kind of disappointing, but is what it is. There may not have been anything signed. Who knows? Anyway, this holds 650 liters. Going to be for solid fertilizer and lime. Great news there. 18 meter worker width at 12 miles an hour. Next from ADA is the Lizard Transport Box. It is mostly used to transport small things like small bales or smaller pieces of wood, but you can throw anything in there if you want to. You do have extensions on the side for making the height higher. Attacher type. We have no attacher type, so you're going to have to use some style of pallet fork. You can also do a tractor triangle, which is great with one exception. There is no tractor triangle mod, and then you have the 3-point. I would assume they're going to release something with a tractor triangle, but I guess we'll have to wait and find out. We also have different colors here for something. It's the grading on there. Ooh, I bet that'll look good blue. Oh, they gave us a blue. I love it. Now we got a handful of mods from JMZ. The first one is the Rolmako Disc Harrow for the front linkage. That is right. This is a disc harrow for the front of your tractor, which I find super duper cool. Some people need it, so if you do, it is here. 105 horsepower, 3 meters and 9 miles an hour. You also have the beam with reflectors if you want to throw that on, and then we have additional weight. You could go from 100 to 400 kgs, which could be extremely useful. The machine itself weighs 1.5 tons, so you can go up to 1.9 tons on the front there. But again, remember, it's only 3 meter worker width. If you need a mulcher for the front, well then this is what you will need to go for from JMZ. The Rolmako ProCut. It's a mulcher, and it goes 100 horsepower. Goes 100 horsepower? It requires 100 horsepower. Goes 12 miles an hour. It's got a 3 meter worker width, as is tradition. Beam with the reflectors, you can throw those on there. And then weight, we have a 300 kg weight, but that is it. Weight's 1.6 without and 1.9 with. Lastly, from JMZ, another front piece of equipment, the Rolmako Front Roller TwinDisc. This is a roller, so roller, improve the yields, etc., etc. 3 meter worker width, 9 miles per hour, 80 horsepower, and you could do the troll in the front if you want to use that. Next up, also from ADA, who we spoke about a few minutes ago, we have their Silo Compaction Pack. There's two things in here. We have the Giant, we also have the Compact 250. So how's about we start with the first one? This is a leveler, so it's powered by the PTO. You turn it on, and it's going to kind of move things around powerfully. We do have a deflector plate if you need to throw that on there. It's not going to do anything, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's nice to have the option. It holds 4,500 liters, and it's going to be of chaff products, but also water. So fill this thing up with water, and I think you'll be A-okay. We've also got a 990 kg weight, 100 horsepower, 3 miles per hour. As for our second piece of equipment, this is a silage compactor. So you may want to put one on the front, one on the back if you're running a single operation, something like that. This also will hold things, so it'll hold water. It's kind of nice. You can fill them both up with water and get a little bit of extra weight on there. We have both hold to bolt. Not both. I can't read today. Anyway, it holds 600 liters of water, 1.7 ton weight, 2.5 meter worker width at 3 miles an hour. And we've got some buildings to talk about. The very first one is going to be North American Shed Pack. This is from BC Bueller Farms. It's Serious Mods. These can be found in your normal placeables and sheds. As far as the onset, we have 2 of them, one with doors on both ends and one with door on either end, or just one end. Then we've got your normal pole shed. Now, this is interesting. You may say, well, why wouldn't they just make the color customizable? Well, They did. Actually, they did. However, it's only the shed color that changes. If you don't want a certain trim color, well, then you could just go through and find the one that you want. We've got very nice. So we've got beige. We also have a blue. I'm not going to go over all of them. Well, I will go over green, gray, red, white, and that's it. If you're like me, you may go for either a white or gray trim and a red building. I think those look epic. Now, let's go through and let's find some stuff out. Let me cut on my help window so we can see exactly what it do. Let's open up here. So it looks like we're going to open up the right door. And if I want to open up the left door, I have to open it up separately. We also have a door here, which can be opened and closed. However, well, don't worry too much about that. We also need to go to the exact same place. Ooh, the door's trippy. We also need to go to the same place if you're going to open the door or close the door. So heads up through there. That is your onset. And as far as the pole barn goes, same thing here. You have to open both doors, and we do have doors on either end. So pull straight through. You're good to go. Pretty sweet. Next up, we have the Modern Barn with Workshop from ICUS. This one, surprisingly, has no color customization options, although it has a very spacious interior. So let's go check that out. One button opens both doors. We do have a place to work on our vehicles around towards the inside, so whatever's in here, you are good to go with. No side doors or anything like that, so just the 3 large doors on the front. And you do have a little bit of extra space here on the far right-hand side. So if you got something a little bit bigger, or maybe we want to pull something in and back it up or put things against this wall, can do. Next up, we have Omatana's Hobo Farmhouse Pack. In here are 4 models. You have the tiny house, a tent, a sleeping bench, and a sleeping doormat, which is very nice. So if you've got a building and you want to just have a place, that's a great place for it. Coming around here, look, if Omatana can make the tiny house interior work, modders can make more interiors. I'm just saying. You can. That's such an irritating thing for me. But any of these you can use as a sleep trigger if you need to. I want to come back in here in this tiny house for a minute. Check this out. Oh, it's so cool. Naturally, all of these can be found in your placeables and your farmhouses. Next up, we have one of our first chicken pastures. This is the grain storage with hen house. Contrary to the first part of the name, grain storage can actually be found in animals and in chickens. No customization. If we run around, we can see that there's a lot to do here. We have a very loud door, but hey, I'm cool with that. We've got a button here with a very, gosh, that's loud. We have a very obvious place for the trigger for the lights. And we come around here, we also have a very obvious place for the lights here too. It's going to be split up into 2 different places, or 2 different sections, so that is nice. Doors can be opened through the inside or the outside. You do have straight drive-through for 2 of these, and then you've got a pull in behind on this one, which makes things kind of nice. If we go over here, we see Elton and I don't know how to say that, but you can change up the sides. So this is not actually a customization option so much as it is just like a thing. I don't even know how they did that, but that's pretty sweet, dude. All right, let's roll around through here. We've seen the shed area. Now let's take a look at the area where we might be able to find some chickens. Nope. This is a workshop. There is no workshop trigger, but we do have an area and chickens at last right through here. We have a wooden door around towards the back side. So over here, we have our food where we can put the chickens. Looks like we could put down 50 of them, which is nice. If you're on PC, you should be able to add some zeros to that if you want to. And then, of course, your eggs will come right there. How cool is that? It's just a little door in the back. But there's so much more over here to discover. Let's push the button. And it looks like we're going to have some singular areas here. So nothing too on crazy. We have individual light control and a door on the side. What a cool building. Oh, that's awesome. Next, we have the ManureBunker. This costs $1,500. Can be found in silos, and it holds 2 million liters. Now, there seems to be an issue right now on some platforms where you need to detach and reattach this thing whenever you put it down. But say this thing, any manure silo system. But you can put them down whenever, and you're good to go. Of course, right now it's not connected to anything, but could be. Manure's weird right now in Farm Sim. I'm excited for the next update. All right, next to last new one today is going to be the water hydrants. Over here, you can get your water for cheaply. They say get the water for stables more cheaply. Is it free? Before we take a look at that, over here you can find them in your placeables and containers. Mine were right at the bottom since they have a W. Since I have missed my AXION 870 something awful, let's use that. I'm also using the base game Lizard MKS 8, I believe. Let's click the button. And, oh, interesting. So it does charge you. Let's see, 189, and about right there. Looks like it's going to be about $30 per 1,000 liters of water. So more cheaply is absolutely right, but it's also pretty slow. But I guess it would be. Last new one for all platforms today, and I think this one might be kind of popular for one reason. This is the Icecream Factory from Tethys Saturn. Now this is pretty darn neat. So around here, of course, we have inputs and all that good stuff, and outputs for pallets, etc., etc., etc. Now, let's come right here and check this out. So we have chocolate ice cream, which you can make, and then we have strawberry ice cream, which you can make. If we go down, you need chocolate, chili peppers, milk, eggs, and sugar, and then you can make a bunch of ice cream. Then we also have the strawberry ice cream, which is a whole lot more simple. Strawberries, water, and honey. And then you also can store water, which is really nice. It says it needs 0 electric charge, which it holds 1 liter. So I'm not quite sure how that works. I think you may have to fill it up with 1. I don't know. Anyway, you've got water in and out. So if you need to use this for storage, I guess you can do that if you want to. But there's only 1,000 liters of it, so I'm not quite sure how much you're going to be going through. But you do need water for at least one of them. Now, none of that is the reason that I think this is going to be popular. I think this is going to be popular because it doesn't have a sell point. It utilizes the prices from the base game. So strawberry ice cream right here, as you can see, selling it is all of the production. So you have farmers market, you've got the train, the restaurant, and the small farmers kiosk. How they've been able to put that in there, I have no idea. But we also have the same thing here. It's expensive, dude. Like $10,000, $11,000. Go, go, go. Ice cream for the masses. Yeah. Man, I want some ice cream right now. Hey, Mom, I want some ice cream. My mom's not here. It's her birthday today, though, so happy birthday to the mama. Jumping over to updates for all platforms, we have the Sledge mod from JMZ. This was actually re-released this morning. I don't know if it was removed from ModUp or something like that, but it was released first in December, then again this morning, and now we have an update. 1001, improved sled behavior. Whew, even I'm confused. Next is an update to the Lizard KM184+1+1+1 version 1.+1, improved operation of the AI worker, changed the working widths displayed, plow width setting animation improved, wheel hub added, and other minor improvements. +1. A-Dub's Modernized flour mill got updated. It's going to be version 1.2 already. Added rice and long grain rice recipes, enlarged the silo loading trigger to make loading easier, and redid the mod description to include new recipes. Last update for all platforms is going to be the Open Garage version 1.1, fix the LOD visual. Okay, so your last mod today is a new one for PC and Mac players. The only new one for you guys today is the Roetterink shovel pack. It includes 4 shovels. You've got a 2400, 26, 28, and 3000, which actually don't line up with how much they actually hold. Maybe it's a pound. I don't know what it is. 1800 liters, 21, 25, and 28. All of them hold bulk, so there's nothing wild and crazy about that. And you can change them to whatever color you want, which is really, really nice. They're all going to be working with front loader attachments, so nothing wild and crazy through there. Yeah. Here's your shovel pack. There you go. And there you go. Those are your mods for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you do. And join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Already released Farm Sim news. And I released a Let's Play on Comsden, of course, because everyone did today or yesterday. Also, make sure you check out yesterday's mods and news if you haven't already. Otherwise, have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one.